Hi everyone, I'm Courtney.
And I'm Teddy, and in this video, we're going to be looking at 5 popular Montblanc fragrances, going to be going through kind of a reaction style video, getting initial smells, but also we're familiar with a lot of these, but we wanted to do a video on this brand because when you're looking at the entry level door into fragrances, they just make some very safe choices.
Oh, for sure. I think any of these would be a really great choice for someone just getting started. But also, I feel like these are just really safe, awesome options.
And I think that's what you want ultimately. When you're getting into this level of fragrances, you don't want something that's gonna be offensive to anyone around you. And that's what you have with these 5 fragrances. So one of these we just purchased yesterday. So just a little disclaimer here. We're not as familiar with all of these. So we'll go through them one by one and then have initial reactions, favorite, least favorite at the end, both for myself and from you.
Yep, let's get started.
Let's go. All right, first up here, this is one I know we have both smelled before, Montblanc Legend.
Love this one. It smells just like Abercrombie & Fitch to me.
It's masculine, lavender, pineapple, apple as well, bergamot, but I really get mostly just kind of that lavender citrus top.
Yeah, pineapple off the top too a little bit. Apple.
Fresh, but still, when thinking about a type of modern gentleman or like a younger guy, this is what I smell. Very safe, probably office worthy. We've spoken about this one. This is a mainstay when you're talking about entry-level fragrances.
I think it's just a really safe option.
It does smell a little synthetic to me. I'm not as crazy about this one as you are.
The dry down I feel like is less synthetic. I think right off the opening you get such a blast of that pineapple. It does smell a bit.
It's just in my head. You know, I just kind of get a head rush when I smell this one.
Yeah, perks you up a little bit.
It's like spicy too.
Yeah.
So you get all that together and it smells youthful to me, but
I think it smells youthful to me because it does remind me so much of Abercrombie & Fitch. If you're familiar with the way that store smells or used to smell, I don't know if it still smells like that. I haven't been in quite a while, but Abercrombie & Fitch in a bottle.
this does smell like Fierce.
Yeah.
I think people stretch a lot when they talk about this smells just like this. You get a lot of that here, no question. All right, so first up, Montblanc Legend. All right, so now for our next choice. This is actually the second time I'm ever going to smell this.
It's our new edition.
It's our new edition. I did smell it yesterday, so I kind of cheated. This is Legend Spirit.
Love this one too.
I actually like the opening on this one more. It's less harsh. I don't get as much of that head rush.
I really get the water notes at first.
More of an aquatic type of smell to it.
It's also musky too though.
It has more of that Dolce & Gabbana, the light blue, Versace, Manno Fresh vibe to it.
Yeah.
But definitely aquatic.
Definitely, yeah. Would be a great gem scent.
So I want to see what people say about the performance on this. I have not tested this one out, but I can tell when smelling it yesterday just how quickly off the strip and just on the arm, it didn't seem like it had the staying power compared to some of these others.
We sprayed it on the strip and then we were smelling them all again afterwards, and Teddy couldn't even smell it on the strip after like 30 minutes. Let us know if you've tried it and how long it lasts on you.
Also, you're getting some more of that pepper. You can see that this is of the same DNA in ways. You have lavender in here.
It doesn't smell anything like Legend to me.
You can see
It's supposed to be similar.
I can smell a little bit of that DNA. There are some overlap, but this is way lighter to me.
Yes.
Not as in your face.
Kind of powdery, watery, yeah. It's nice though, I really like it. I was pleasantly surprised.
Okay. Legend Spirit. We'll come back and smell all these again after they've, sat on the strip. All right, next up, Courtney, we have Explorer.
Another classic one. I'm pretty familiar with that one.
Yes, I've smelled this before too. I think of these 5, this was actually probably the 3rd one I smelled.
Okay.
Legend was the first.
Yes.
To me, this is the best so far.
I know you like that one a lot.
Again, I don't want to make so much of a comparison here, but you do get the Creed Aventus vibe, especially on the opening. I get more of that. You hear about some of the comparisons to everything is just trying to be like Aventus, right? Oh, I smell Aventus everywhere, but this, I can get some of that, no question.
But you know what? For the price, I feel like that's a great option. If a guy really likes that DNA but doesn't necessarily want to spend, how much is Creed? $400, $300? I mean, it's a nice affordable option.
And there's no pineapple in this. And typically Ambroxan, it's not for me, but this does not bother me as much. And actually, compared to even the other 2, it's not as much of a head rush to me.
Yeah.
But I like this.
You love that one, yeah.
I do like this.
I think it's great.
We'll come back to it. We don't have the full bottle here with us, so when we rank them at the end, I'm just gonna have the strip in front. So with the empty space, you can know where it sits. All right, next up, we have Starwalker. This is one that it's not discussed as much.
I like it. Not as much as the first two we smelled, but it's nice. Another very safe option. Nice appealing.
This is lighter too. This is not as harsh as Legend and even Explorer. And honest, Legend Spirit was more light just because you had those more aquatic notes to them.
Yes.
This is more to that neck of the woods.
I get the orange a lot right off the top.
Yeah, it's like a citrus top. There's bamboo in this, and then you definitely start to even get some musk early in.
Yeah.
Spring, summer, freshy. That's kind of what I get here. It's masculine, but Legend to me is just ultra masculine with the lavender note. It's more classic formula to that.
Yes. This one's just more fresh masculine, like clean guy, just got out of the shower kind of vibe.
It's nice. You know,
Yeah.
that's very wearable.
Not offensive for sure. That's not going to offend anybody.
Montblanc Starwalker. Okay. Last one here. So I purchased a bottle of this. I gave it away, and now I have a fragrance channel, so I had to buy it again. So this is my first spray with this new bottle, or one of the first sprays. This is Individuel.
Very different than the others. This one's sweet right off the bat. It smells like a chocolate-covered raspberry.
Yeah, you get the raspberry. It's somewhat creamy. This is very harsh to me though. I recall the opening of this, I did not like it. You have to let this one set on the skin.
Yeah, it's a little bit odd, not going to lie. It's less lovable, I feel like, than the rest of them.
I think it's still safe. It's just, it feels the most synthetic.
Yeah.
It feels very synthetic to me.
It's that raspberry and the chocolate.
Yeah, I just get a blast of just like kind of this sweet. I get some other citrus. It feels like a citrus in there too. It's very fruity citrus. Still, I mean, youthful. I do think it's wearable.
Yeah, for sure.
And we can compare all these at the end, or maybe just give our overall preferences.
Yeah, and I don't want to sound like it's a bad fragrance because it's not. It's just very different than the rest, I feel, on the list.
I think so too. But the legends, of course, are very similar. You can see some overlap with Explorer.
This is just a bit sweeter, I think, and that's why it's so different.
I mean, part of that harshness that I'm maybe getting is more the spices that are involved in this. It might not just be the synthetic nature of it. It could very well be. I'm not really picking up cinnamon though at this opening.
Not at all, no.
Maybe my nose is just deceiving me, but Individuel. It's been a while since I've smelled this, so okay, interesting.
Now we're gonna pick our favorite and least favorite.
All right, Courtney, I'll let you do the honors. Should we do least favorite first?
Least favorite first.
Okay, get the negative out of the way.
Yes.
And let's be clear, I do think that there's a reason why we did this video, and that's because I think these are great starter fragrances. I think these are fantastic if you are either a younger guy or you are trying to add something that's just that dumb reach. You can just wear it. Everyone around you is not gonna be offended by it, so.
No, and they're all also incredibly versatile, which I think is a great thing to have in a fragrance, but especially one of your first fragrances to kind of cover all the bases. But my least favorite here has to be Individuel.
Individuel.
Just the sweetness of it is it's just a little strange to me in comparison to the rest. It's not really my cup of tea, but it's still nice. It's just not the best if I had to pick a least favorite.
I actually agree with you on the least favorite. We've been agreeing. That's no fun.
I know.
I don't like that. I like disagree.
I like when our opinions are totally opposite,
But I agree on Individuel. A little synthetic to me. I'm not as fan of that raspberry note. It just has a strange combination of just this fruity top with citrus, and then it shifts into this spicy type of tone. It's harsh to my nose compared to the others. Legend has a tad of that as well, but this is just even more prominent. As that dries down, I do recall the dry down being much more pleasant. As it does dry down, I think it's definitely takes some better turns. But
yes.
With that considered, I think that's probably my least favorite.
Well, okay, so that was easy. We both agreed. Favorite now, I would say, is Legend. Close second would be Legend Spirit. I actually really like that one as well. But this one, again, I think it's that nostalgic factor for me. I've mentioned that in a video before. It just gives me being at the mall when I was 13 with my parents and my friends. But I think it's a nice fragrance and very versatile and safe.
That would actually be my second least favorite.
Really? Okay,
Yes.
there's our polarizing opinion for the video.
My favorite is Explorer. This is wearable, it's fresh, does lean youthful. You do get some of the Creed Aventus type of vibe with it. It does have an Ambroxan note, but I don't find it nauseating like it is in even like a Dylan Blue sometimes, and then in something like Sauvage, which I pick it up right away.
Yeah.
That's put together in a better format for at least my nose. So that's my favorite. I think it's wearable, it's hyped, of course, but think it's a really solid fragrance. I like
Hyped
it a
for
lot.
a reason.
I agree. I
Yeah.
think that's a really solid fragrance to go for. Close second, Starwalker.
Really?
Yeah. So I think what I would do is I'd go Explorer 1, Starwalker 2, Legend Spirit 3, Legend 4, and then Individuel 5. And a distance with the top 2.
Okay. My 1 would be Legend, 2 Legend Spirit, then Explorer, then Starwalker, then Individual.
Okay.
So a little different, but
A little different,
basically the moral of the story here is that all of these are really great entry-level fragrances,
pretty much.
but a great versatile fragrance to have in your fragrance wardrobe, regardless of where you're at in your fragrance journey.
They do lean to the warmer months of the year, so I'll just say that as a warning. These are not going to be piercing through the cold. Performance on all of these are not the greatest in my experience, so that's one thing I will say, but otherwise, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Of these, what is your favorite Montblanc fragrance? Or is there another one that we haven't looked at that is actually your favorite? Leave a comment down below.
As always, thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you all next time.